All right, we're back. Let's go ahead and tackle figures 9 and 10. Let's get some upper back action going. So we're going to start with the shoulder dart. And the first measurement we're going to take is from F to P. And that's halfway across the shoulder point. For this measurement, I'm going to use 1 3/8. The more precise measurement is 1 13/32. I did round that number to get to 1 3/8. So let's do that. 1 2/8, 3/8, and mark. And there's point P. Next, we're going to mark from P to Q. And P to Q is from point Q, and we're going in the direction of O. It's going to be a 1.5 inch line in the direction of O. So um, I'll use this blue pen for a dotted line. You can see we're going in that direction, right? So usually when we say in the direction of a point, theoretically, if this line were to go all the way through, it would intersect with O, but it's not going to go that long. But that's just the direction we want it to point in. This is going to be 1.5 inches long. So let's mark 1.5. This is going to be the center of our dart. Next we have P to R. And this is going to be 1/8 of an inch. Let's go ahead and mark that. There's R. What we're going to do is draw our dart leg 1/16 of an inch past R. So there we have 1/16. Go right past that point R and connect to our dart leg. We've got one dart leg. So let's repeat on the other side for 2 dart legs. We're going to go out 1/8 of an inch. Mark. And we're going to go past 1/16 of an inch. And there's our dart legs. Moving on with our next steps. We're going to connect P to H, and then we're also going to connect R to F. All right. Moving along, we've got D to S. Let me make sure I've got that here. Oh, wrong figure. D to S. We're going down 1/4 of D to B. And that's going to be 2 and 1/16. So let's go down and mark that point. 2 1/16. All right, and here we have point S. Next we have from S to T. That is going to be a cross back plus some ease for the forward arm movement. remember this is the back, so we're adding ease for forward arm movement in here because if you move your arm forward, the fabric's going to need to come from the back. So let's go ahead and do that measurement. From S to D, we've got 3 and 9/16. I mean, from S to T, I might have said S to D. From S to T. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 9/16. And here we have point T. Let's square up a guideline from T for when we make our armhole in a little while. Next, we're going to draw our armhole. Again, this is where we would typically place our French curve and use that to draw that armhole curve. At the bottom, I am going to square a short line just for when you're connecting those armholes. It does make it a little bit easier. And I'm going to do the same thing here at the shoulder. Going to square a short guideline, and I'm going to use this ruler. We want our armhole to touch this guideline T, but not to go past it. So that's kind of why we drew that there. And I'm going to use this ruler to kind of give me some guidelines for drawing that armhole. Alright, there's our armhole. And let's also do our neckline. To do this, you can draw a short guideline here at an angle out of the corner, just to make sure it doesn't go in too deep. For full size, it's going to be 3/8 of an inch, but since we are going half scale, that is a really small line to draw. But we just need a little bit of curvature here, not too much. And now we have our arm and our neck hole. I'm going to go ahead and connect these dots. Now that I'm happy with these lines, there we have our neck hole. Alright, we've got a complete back pattern piece and a front piece. You guys have successfully made your own front and back half scale bodices, so go and congratulate yourselves. Oops.